It's your boy Cody Great, aka Two Face Code, because you see Two Face Code here on Twitch. Um, I am officially starting my podcast. The podcast is called Liberal Talk Gaming Podcast, and pretty much what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be pretty much playing games and talking shit. But the goal for me and the goal for what I wanted to try to do for the show is to basically create a platform for individuals here in Detroit that really don't have an opportunity to get on certain other platforms like say Cheese and All Hip Hop and Vlad and things of that sort. Like we need a platform for us, a platform that we could call home, and not a platform where they kind of cater to the artists that already made it. I kind of want to, you know, focus on the up and coming artists, like help the upcoming artists. Cause myself, I'm an upcoming artist, and I wish that I did have this type of outlet that I'm trying to create for other people. Because what it is we all not gonna be able to get on a lot of these other formats until you create a buzz for yourself, and then they want to come holla at you. But what makes an artist actually push a little bit harder, and what makes an artist actually go a little bit more, is if they see that somebody is seeing what they doing and somebody paying attention to what they got going on, and they don't want to wait, and the person that see what they got going on don't want to wait to see what's popping with this individual when they blow up. They want to possibly run into this individual at the beginning. The example of what I can get, I got a couple of homeboys that's been sending me a lot of instrumentals as far as like beats and shit for me to work on my album. I'm working on an album right now called This Little Light of Mine, and they sending me beats left and right, and they like, yo, bro, yo, I'm glad that you even want to work with me and shit like that. I'm glad that you even want to come together and link to do this because, you know, like, man, you got skill. So what it is they actually noticing my talent, and to contribute to helping me reach where I'm trying to reach, they actually, you know, contribute to what we got going on. Instead of just saying, oh, hey, you rap, I'm popping out here, it's gonna cost $1,000 for a beat. I'm not knocking nobody that does that. Not at all. But for an upcoming artist, it's kind of hard for an upcoming artist to spend a budget on this, that, and the other. This kind of why artists got a producer that they start off with, or a couple producers that they start off with, or a production team that they work with, because they know that this production team is in it for the same thing that they in it for, and they in it to get the fuck out the hood for the most part, or get whatever situation they may be in and get out of that situation. So they not gonna necessarily come to that individual trying to get rich off that individual, when those two individuals can come together and work as one to reach that common goal and become rich together. But we don't have a lot of platforms that's willing to do that for us. They always want to holler at you when you already a big name, and then you being a big name can big they shit up. They don't never want to help big up the artist. And then once you help big up the artist might fucking come back. And he might holler at you. He be like, yo, this was the first nigga that gave me an interview when nobody else wanted to give me an interview. Now, when he blow up and he got the biggest song in the world, and he the biggest person in the world, and everybody trying to get him for an interview, and he come holler at you for giving him the only interview that anybody was willing to give at that particular time, and he went on and he did that. And with that, that person came back to show you love for you showing them love at the beginning of their career. Now, you may not have blown up, but being that they blown up, now you they blogger or vlogger or whatever it is, you might be the person that handle the videos for them. You might be the one that conduct all the interviews. You might be that individual based off you opening the doors to a person, trying to help them out, and not only trying to wait for them to blow up so that you can use their name to pop off. Because I guarantee a lot of these niggas wasn't talking to no Sada Baby before Sada Baby pop. But once Sada Baby pop, everybody want to interview. You know why? Because they gonna be able to associate Sada's name with they motherfucking name, and Sada name is gonna be the name that's really gonna bring everybody to their shit. But instead of going to get somebody that's upcoming, like go show somebody that nobody has seen. Because you may be opening the eyes to a whole new person, to a whole new audience about who this person is. We don't got it enough. So, that's the reason for Liberal Talk Gaming Podcast. Yeah, nigga gonna be playing the game. Yeah, nigga gonna be going back and forth. Like I said, playing the game, regular conversation and stuff like that. But the object of the show is to create a platform for individuals that do music, do art. Let's just say do art. We're not even going to specify who we trying to talk to. If you fuck with art, we fuck with you. We want you to come on down. We want you to come over and see what's popping and shit like that. Unhandled error. Whatever. So like I said, man, Liberal Talk Gaming Podcast, that's pretty much what we going through. This is the first episode right here. This is episode 1. This is episode 1. Like I said, I gave you an idea of what I want to do and how I want to approach this. So now let me give you a little bit of a, description or a little rundown on who I am. I'm Coda Great. I'm from the east side of Detroit, 7 Mile area. I grew up on the street called Liberal. That's kind of why we call this Liberal Talk. But I'm also a free thinker. I'm kind of liberal in my thought process. So me being liberal in my thought process is another reason why I call it Liberal Talk. Because here, there ain't going to be no hoes barred. There ain't going to be no punches pulled. If you got something that you want to say, and it may be something that could get both of us in trouble and shit like that, just as long as you stand on that shit and don't try to leave me in the fire when the shit get hot, we okay. Because I'm for all that smoke. I don't care. But I'm from the east side of Detroit, like I said. I do music. I go by the name of Coda Great. You see Two-Face Code here on Twitch, but I go by the name of Coda Great musically. That's my stage name. I've been rapping since I was like 9 years old. The cliche ass thing is, motherfuckers always like to say, oh, I've been rapping since I was in middle school. I got in trouble writing raps. Like, no, that was really a thing for me. It was in high school, though. It wasn't in middle school. It was a lady named Miss Marshall. Miss Marshall called me writing raps in class. She sent a little letter to the crib. I had to try to do a little finesse, but the finesse didn't work. Still got in trouble. But it is what it is. I've been rapping since then. I do have music out on all platforms. Right now, I have Hello Goodbye. It was my EP. I put that out, I think March 24th. I want to say March 24th. I put out Hello Goodbye. And then I just released another project 2 weeks after Hello Goodbye. I want to say 2-3 weeks after Hello Goodbye, called 14581 Liberal. And 14581 Liberal, that's the address of the house that I grew up in, shit like that. I like to paint pictures in my music. I like to, give you visuals and shit. And visuals even in the content as far as the pictures, the cover or whatever. Like the cover for 14581 is the house that I grew up in. And Hello Goodbye, the cover for that is really just Hello Goodbye in cursive. So you can see what I'm trying to do. I kind of like to do that. I love imagery. I love painting pictures. I like when an individual could say something and the things that they are saying you can see. I'm interested in that. My favorite color is red. I actually got a clothing line by the name of Red Print Apparel. I almost dropped my controller. Red Print Apparel. Y'all probably was seeing the 5 and was thinking it probably was gang affiliated and shit like that. It's not. It's Red Print apparel. My favorite color is red. And they usually say like the blueprint of the house to build it, the blueprint. But I didn't want to go blueprint because my favorite color is red. So we went with Red Print Apparel, LLC. That's my clothing line. We got something else called Rich Lazy Edition. It's also part of the Red Print Apparel, but it's like an edition. It's kind of like Fat Farm, Baby Fat, whatever. You feel me? It's kind of like that. So, got a clothing line. My girl actually does a lot of the embroidery, a lot of the vinyl, a lot of those things that you use to put this shit on there. My girl did this. So we do everything in house. We actually promote our music or whatever through this, through all the little media and everything. But we record our music right here. We do everything at home, whether it be for the clothes, whether it be for the music, whether it be for promotion. Because here we go. This podcast is going to be another tool and another form of promotion to get to. And, I just wanted to do something to help because we all need to be in this situation where we got some type of support, and sometimes it don't feel like you got no support because you put out music, you don't get the shares, you don't get the likes, you don't get the views, you don't get none of that. Your people not even listening, just a bunch of fuck ass shit. So we ain't gotta worry about that no more. Liberal Talk Gaming Podcast is gonna bridge the gap between the average listener to the fan. We gonna bring it all together because the average listener may not be a fan of music, but that average listener, I'm not gonna say be a fan of rap, not music. The average listener may not be a fan of rap, but that average listener may be a fan of an intellectual person, and we have a lot of those individuals on here. That person might be interested in these games, and we gonna be playing games. They might like MLB The Show. They might like to see how the fuck is this nigga winning with the Tigers, and they got the 28th pitching and 28 pot. They just ass, as you can see. We got 26 and overall, 9th in contact. We do make contact. I'll be getting there, but power, pitching, this team is garbage, but so far I'm doing pretty good with them. I haven't lost a game with these fools yet. Represent Detroit 313. I'm representing the Tigers. For sure. Yeah, but a little bit about myself. 6 feet. Not that matter. Yeah, I don't know. A little bit about me is everything that you see right in front of you. I'm a outgoing, not soft-spoken. I get it off my chest. I feel I'm intellectual. I can possibly sit down and have an intellectual conversation with intellects on that level. I like to read. I like to stay up on what's actually popping, whether it be music, whether it be movies, whether it be information that we need to get through this crazy world that we living in and this crazy country that we living in called the United States of America that ain't united at motherfucking all. We all know that. But we ain't gonna really get into that. I'm gonna try to leave that for the motherfuckers on CNN and MSNBC and shit. This motherfucking LTGP, Liberal Talk Gaming Podcast. We gonna get it popping. We gonna do it. I just basically set up the second episode. I'm already on it, and the thing about these episodes, they might spontaneously just pop up and happen out of nowhere. Like, we don't know when the Drink Champ's gonna actually get a super fire ass guest in that bitch. It just happens. So you don't know when you're gonna get a fire ass guest here on Liberal Talk Gaming Podcast, LTGP. Yeah, you don't know what you gonna get when you come and watch this, because it's not gonna be the regular podcast. The regular podcast, they got the script with the questions and stuff like that. Like, it's gonna be a lot more organic. A lot of the questions that you will hear and a lot of the questions that will be brought up will be questions that an individual will be answering based off the conversation that we having right then and there. It's smooth, it's clean, it's an easy transition. It's not generic, I guess you could say. It's not cliche, it's organic. We just flowing. Kind of like how I'm flowing right now. It's just gonna flow. And having this as a relief for the eyes with the game and stuff like that, it's something that I'm actually looking forward to doing. And it's something that I'm happy to say that, I'm starting it, I guess you can say. And what's going on with the online server, man? Is this shit acting stupid? I pitched with him. I pitched with everybody except for this dude, so I need to see what he like. Yeah, so pretty much what's going on is Liberal Talk Gaming Podcast. I do have 2 projects out right now. Like I said, one of them is called Hello Goodbye. One of them is called 14-5-81 Liberal. Both of those are out on all platforms. I got them out on all platforms. Whatever you try and listen on, they on all platforms. I got iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, Egami, YouTube Music, wherever you want to listen, man. Wherever you actually listen, that shit is there for you to go peep it, check it out, see what's popping. Be looking out for that. I actually talked to a couple guests that I will be getting on in the coming weeks. I got my homeboy Duo Nation Moolah. Hopefully we probably can link up with Moolah and we can get Green and Will to come in. They got a few members a part of the group. You got Somerset Mills. They all independent, but everything is under the same umbrella as far as the nation and stuff like that. So, we'll be getting Moolah on here. I'm going to holler at my motherfucking cousin over there at Big Unc TV. Him and Uncle Juan, my Uncle Show and Uncle Juan, they got a podcast going on. They also on YouTube at Talk That Shit Media. You can go check in, pop in on them, see what they got going on. What else, man? Shit. I'm going to holler at them because they got what they got moving. And they actually said that they would be willing to be guests on the show. So that's something that we going to get into. And that's something we going to pay attention to and rock with. I'm going to get Moolah. I got my homeboy Nova, Chef Lamar. We going to get him on the show. I know I can get my homeboy Mike. To be honest, I might even get him on the show right now. I know I possibly can get him on the show right now. I probably can go ahead and link up with him and see if we can get him on the show. While we trying to get him on the show, I'm going to go ahead and give y'all a little bit of a G-good little banger that we got on my project that I got out right now. What should I give him? I'm going to go ahead. We're going to go to Hello Goodbye. And we're going to play my joint called Picture Me Rolling. We're going to play Picture Me Rolling. We're going to let this rock while I try to see what I can do to get my mans on the line. Talk Gaming Podcast, and I was pretty much do. I'm doing everything on the spot. It's organic. It's a real show. Hit me up if you can do it, bro. Yo, alright, so that's my motherfucking joint, Picture Me Rolling. I actually put that out on Hello Goodbye, and that's out right now on all platforms. You can go ahead and check that out. Like I said, I just basically tried to hit him up to see if he would be willing to jump on right now. I don't know if he gonna be able to do it, but it's not gonna be something that I'm not gonna necessarily be pressed about. This is just an introduction episode. I just got hit with a pitch, so we gonna take first base. But this is an introduction episode to kind of let you know what's coming, what we about to do, what's popping, what's gonna happen, how we gonna chop this shit up. Hey, who's to say? I might cut this motherfucker off, and then we may easily get him on the show because he might pop up and let me know, oh yeah, hell yeah, bro, I can do it.
Everything this guy throws is hard. That changeup he throws is in the high 80s to go along with that good heater.
I'm pretty solid at this game. I got good vision. I can see the ball. So it'd be hard to kind of get me caught up on the strikes and all that shit. Oh yeah, we good. We gonna at least advance. Yeah. So yeah, man, object of this all is to be able to create a platform in which we have something for us. And oh yeah, we're gonna advance that batter. I'm about to bring that back. I'm bringing that motherfucking. I'm bringing him home. I'm definitely about to bring him home. I'm not about to leave. I can't leave him here. Running in score position this early in the game. Biggie on base. He probably gonna pitch around me and shit though. Nothing gonna be direct. Nothing gonna be direct. That was on the outer. I'm bringing that nigga to the crib. What did I say? I'm bringing him home. Stop playing. He's just gonna keep leaving shit over the plate. I'm gonna bring everybody to the crib. Damn. I think boy giving up or something. Danny's in safely at third as 2 runs come across to score. Hey, explosion in the first inning. And he off the bag. Hell yeah. And another runs across as this is now a
The right fielder.
Has a look, now the pitch. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Hicks is there and he puts it away to stop.
Hey, shit, I'll take it. My fault. That's what's going to kind of happen on the gaming podcast. It's going to become real intense in the game. And we going to venture off a little bit, but we going to stay locked in. So, yeah, man. I'm going to have all types of people on here, all types of guests, all types of talented individuals that I feel need to be able to, you know, have a platform to kind of get their shit off, man. I'm gonna be loading up the content. Like I might have 2-3 interviews dropping a day. You feel me? Because shit don't stop. I'm not gonna drop 2-3 interviews in a day. I'm just talking shit. But I definitely probably will do 2-3 interviews in a day. And if I do those 2-3 interviews in a day, I will always be stocked up on content to make sure that I get that shit out within the time that an individual needs me to get their content out there. So basically, if I record an episode, 2 days from the point that I record the episode, be ready for that to come out. I'm not going to have a specific day on when I'm going to bring the news because the news happen every day. I was just talking to my homeboy and we was talking about how musically he was saying like it's 10,000 songs dropping every day. You'll get lost in the shuffle. I get lost in the shuffle of podcasts, knowing it's a million podcasts if I decided that I wanted to stream on a particular day. Like, I need to drop content at this time, at that time, whenever it is. Because whenever you drop content, you may be dropping content at a time where nobody, or not nobody, because everybody going to be dropping something at some point. But it may not lead to a lot of oversaturation in what you're doing and shit like that. So, it'd be easier to just, oh yeah, he tripping. I'm gonna strike him out. Yeah, but, you know, it is what it is. It's something for us to be looking forward to, be locked into, and it's gonna be more than, like I said, man, it's gonna be more than just gaming here. I am gonna game, but I'm gonna try to be locked in on basically creating these platforms to give individuals something that we can use to help us. Stupid. I wanted him to take off. Top of the second, my pitcher was already getting hit up, beat up on a little bit. He gave up a hit. Might have to go to the bullpen. Might not have to. But all right, so I'm guessing my man's not going, you know, be able to do it right now. But I wasn't too pressed about getting anybody on this first, you know, run through. It was a podcast for me to jump in and let you know what I'm about to do and what we about to do. And like I said, shout out to Big Unc TV. Shout out to Uncle Show and Uncle Juan. Shout out to Uncle Show for sure because he was like, bro, you the one that really don't have a filter. It'll be a lot of shit that you will be willing to talk about that I'm not willing to talk about. You know, he even said it like, I'm tiptoeing, bro. You feel me? Like I ain't about to necessarily, you know, do a little bit too much. And I get where he's coming from. And I'm not gonna be too raw because I don't want to go against bans and shit. I would like to be able to release content, and if I'm banned, I can't put out content. But I don't have a filter. I kind of speak my mind. I'm willing to speak my mind. I prefer speaking my mind. I'd rather not let an individual tell me how I should think and what I should think and shit like that. I think I pretty much got that under control on my own. So, you can see it's a real goal. Like I said, I want it to be organic to the point where you might see the intensity from me being locked into a game and 3-2 at the plate, or down 3 with 2 minutes left in the game of Madden, shit like that. You know, like it would be a little bit more organic, and I can't necessarily pay attention to a whole script if I'm locked into a tight game or a tight battle at the plate. So this, I think it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be dope. I think it's gonna be able to give people an opportunity to talk about shit. Yeah, he getting hit. He getting hit around. So I gotta start playing at that bottom.
Into the box now, Gary Sanchez. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up.
Yeah, so pretty much where we at, man. I think it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be dope. Like I said, I'm gonna have special guests on. I'm gonna possibly link up with Chef Lamar, aka Iron Chef. Gonna link up with him to get this going. Yeah, get him out of there. To get this going, because Lamar's probably gonna be part of the first episode. And I'm basically going to line up the guests as we go. Let me lock in a little bit. This nigga done scored a run. So I got to kind of focus. I'm thinking I didn't throw the first dude out. I'm thinking somebody on first and shit.
Struck out in his first at bat.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Gotta find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him.
Yeah, so I do think it's going to be fun. Liberal Talk Gaming Podcast. You hear little gaps and shit in between. It is what it is. We playing the fucking game. It will get quiet. It will get intense. I'm trying to strike this nigga out. I need to get out of here without seeing another person get on base. Period. I need to get out of here so I can be comfortable. So his confidence can go back up. I can be comfortable knowing I got out of here without another person seeing the base. Get him out of here. So yeah, man. Stay tuned. Keep your eyes open. Stay locked. Liberal Talk Gaming Podcast. I would finish this game, but I feel like I got everything that I needed to say out of the way for the content, for just an introduction episode. It's not something that I wanted to be completely in depth with because we don't have a guest. It's just me. I'm just talking. I'm just playing the game. I'm up 4-0 on this week, motherfucker, right now. He throwing pitches in the dirt. I'm not even swinging, and he's scared of me. But yeah, man, stay up, stay tuned. It is what it is. It's your boy Two-Face Cole on Twitch, but I'm Cole the Great to the world. You know who it is. You know what it's gonna be. It's To The Top Entertainment. Tap in.